So after analyzing the major flaws with our submachine gun here, we've researched and built a new version. Now let's explain and go over some of these flaws and the major reasons as to why this is not perfect, as it is great for defense, horrible for offense. So the major flaw with this, and the reason it's not optimal, is one, it only has very close range. 2, it is not the most accurate. It's decently accurate, but it's not best. Which I guess doesn't really matter too much for close range, but the major flaw, which is the reason why this keeps exploding on itself, is because when this first shaft of explosives is done going through here, occasionally an explosive can get jammed in here. We're still not sure as to why. It just kind of we're still not sure as to why, but an explosive can just kind of get jammed in there, and we don't really like it. So our new version has only one slider, as this was basically just a prototype, but this one is way more optimal. As you can see, the amount of spud guns is way more, meaning it can shoot way farther, and it's only fed by one shaft, as to remove the issue of the double-shafted entrance method for the explosives. So let's compare the two side by side by firing the two side by side. So let's start with the first one. It didn't fail this time, though. Yeah, as you can see here, we're not certain as to why. Sometimes explosives won't exit the barrel, and they can explode midway through. It's very janky. The explosives are much more restricted to the area they're confined to, and the shooting nozzle is actually a proper barrel instead of what was last time, just kind of a suggestion. And also a much more firm detecting method. Makes sure that it's all the way in and loaded before firing. So now let's use the new version and show how it works. It has much farther range. It can occasionally fail, but the failures only do very minor damage to itself, usually none. Whereas when this one fails, the failure is usually mid-barrel and can result in a lot of problems. Like a lot of problems. Just the one on the right wins. Now, there is one major flaw with all submachine guns that we make that are explosive-based and scrap mechanic, and that one major flaw is the fact if they're hit by an explosive round, say from another submachine gun, all the explosives tend to explode midway in the barrel. That is one of the few flaws, not few, one of the many flaws with submachine guns. And so the main reason this is a flaw that's hard to fix is because submachine guns, one of the main things that makes them attractive to people is the fact that they're lightweight and they're easy to move around. But when you add a ton of metal around it, it kind of ruins the main reason why they're used. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you did. And, yeah. Have a nice day. I'm trying to jump off this. Whoa!